Today I'm building a 16-bit binary to decimal converter. It's going to take a bit of time. If you just want to see the final product, it working, all of that, skip to this timestamp right here. Okay, I'm assuming you all now want to watch me actually build the machine. So we're going to build it somewhere out here where we got a lot of space. Okay, so our first step is get a bunch of zeros. And the way we're going to do that is quite simple. We're just going to use the 8 over here, and we're going to set up a big row of subtractors to start outputting a bunch of zeros. So let's get 4 down here. Let's plot these in. There, these should be making us some zeros. And we're just going to do sets of 4 for each output of these 8s. Okay, so there's a bunch of 8s, and these are going to just feed into a storage over here. So this goes into here, there we are. And now we have a bunch of zeros being made. Granted, they're not being as efficient as they could, so we could add some more space to them. Let's copy this down, paste this down to here, feed this upwards and in, and then feed another set of 8s. So now we have a bunch more zeros being built. And you know what, let's set up another one of these so we don't ever run out. Put that down here and feed a few more 8s into here and into here. And now we have as many zeros as we need for now. Okay, so here's where our zeros are going to be built and stored. We probably need a few more of these machines potentially, but let's continue where we are now. Okay, we've built our zeros, so now I'm going to focus on making our first bit. So with our first bit, we can just have it's just simply 2 to the power 0. So I know I can use a 1 directly, but I want to kind of make this in such a way where I can copy it for the next section. So we're going to be making 4 exponentiators. You know what, let's make 8 computations at a time, I guess. So here's 8. And what we're going to do with this is we need a 2 to come in to the A slot, and we need a 0 to come into the B slot, and that's our first bit. So I'm just going to climb up here. It's going to bring it down into here and put in the 2s into the A slots. And then we need a bunch of zeros to match this and go into the B slots. So now we have 2 to the power of 0, which gives us 1. And then with these ones, they are going to go into a multiplication machine, or multiplier. If we just put them over here, that's perfect. And yeah, connect it like that. Okay, so let's set up a few of these. So all these ones are going to go into here. Okay. So now all these ones are being built over there. And what we're going to then do is we're just going to bring, whoops, I was a bit off. We're just going to bring this down and fill it into these. So now, if we need this first bit to be a 1, we're going to feed a 1 into it. If we need this bit to be a 0, we're going to feed a 0 into this section. Right? If the binary, yeah. So we're going to put the binary 1 in. If a 1 comes in, we get output of a 1, which is, I guess it's not needed, but this is kind of needed for the whole thing eventually. So let's just do the outputs. And this is the first bit done. And now I can test it by just, again, feeding a 1 into it. And it should output a 1 if it works correctly, which I know it will. I'm just going to show you guys, but yeah, it'll work. Okay, so while this is just doing that, we can copy this design over here and just move it 1 forward, I feel. Yeah, if we move it 1 forward, so it's over here, and then we can drag down the next section and put all these other numbers in. So first things first, we need a 2 to go to all the A slots. which we will do over here. So now the 2's going to all the A slots, and we need 2 to the power of 1 over here. And that's done. And this will be our next binary number, which will come down this way. But actually, before we do that, we don't want it to mix into this track. So we're just going to extend this track a bit forward. So all of them go forward, all these ones. And now let's extend this down, and that's perfect. Okay, so now we have the second bit going, and this should output 2 if we put a 1 in. And if it does that, we've built it correct. Okay, that's let's make sure it does what it's supposed to. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we got the 2's coming there. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Now, what we do need is we need a way to do the adders, and I think I want to keep that same method of like we take one step forward and we can. So I think I might try and do the adders at the end. Yeah, I think I'll do the adders at the end, but we can copy these 2 now and I guess build the next one on. So if we want the pathway, we want the pathway to be something like this over here. Okay, that's perfect. So first things first, we need to put in the 2's into the A slot. And here we need 2 sets of 2's. So we're just going to put both the 2's into here. So now we have 2's. So we have 2 to the power of 2 getting built. And okay, on to the next one. We need another set of 2's, which go into here. And now we need a 3. So we have 2 to the power of 3. We need a 3 from somewhere. Where can we get a 3 going? Oh, right over here. That's perfect. And let's drag this 3 into the position. So there we are. So now we have a good set of numbers being built. Okay, the 3's are going to take their time. And if we, now let's connect the 1's up to these. And if we did this correct, the first set of 1's should output us a 4, while the second set of 1's, okay, let's also extend this so they don't stop merging. Whereas the second set of 1's should output us a 8. Okay, so let's extend that forward. Let's also extend this one a little bit forward so we don't mess it up. I should have done that earlier, but okay. So now let's connect these ones. Okay, down they go. And okay, when these ones make it down, they should be building us. And let's also connect, let's just connect that one more route. Wait, why is it stopped? Oh, whoops, I accidentally went over it. Okay, there we are. Okay, and let's see this one. And okay, these output us 4's as they should. That's perfect. And these should output us 8's. Okay, this is actually coming together. So now we built a 4-bit binary generator. We do still need to do the adding, but we've built a 4-bit converter almost. If we're missing the adding, but still pretty good. Okay, so now we need to extend this. We can just copy this and paste it down again, but we just need to angle it right. I'm a bit confused on the way to angle it, I feel. Okay, wait. I think we took too much of the, I guess, copying. Let's just do it up to here. And then take all of this. Oh, we're missing some crap. Okay, wait, let's redo this from here. So now we got all of it. I guess we want the pathway, the multiplier to come here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's bring it a little bit down. Oh crap, I accidentally clicked something bringing it down. Okay, let's copy and paste that again. Guys, please bear with me. I'm kind of doing this on the fly and it feels a bit complicated, but you know what? It's not too bad. Okay, let's bring this down. Okay, I don't want to accidentally click anything, so we're going to bring it further down a bit. And this exactly here. This is kind of where we want it. Let's leave a little small gap. There we are. Okay, the next bit gets built down here. So now we need some more 2's. I'm going to get their own 2's for this section. You know what? A new set of 2's coming in to play. This 2. Okay, let's connect up all the 2 slots. The 2 climbs up to here and goes into here. Okay, there's 1 2 done. The next 2 let's just make them climb up by the side of each other. This 2 goes into here. And let's delete this. Now this set of two, the next set of twos. Oh wait, okay, these are joined up because of we needed both sets of twos, but let's fix that. So this two can climb into this section, and this last two can climb into this section. Yeah, these go to the A's. Okay, perfect. So we got our twos built in here. Now we need to get, okay, so over here we have 2 to the power of 3. Now we need 2 to the power of 4. So we need to get a 4 from somewhere. Here's a 4. Let's drag this 4 into this position. Yep. So now we'll have 2 to the power of 4 going there. Also, let's connect these pathways up to the 1. So every one has a 2-bit gap. So there. Okay, this is, let's just connect it across the top. Okay, so obviously when we build it, we'll build more pathways for the 1s and 0s, but that's fine. So we got the 4 being done over here. So when this comes out up here, we should get a 16 if everything goes right. Okay, now here we need a 5. Where can we get a 5 from? Oh my god, is there any 5? There's a 5 up here. Perfect. So let's bring the 5, put the 5 into here. Yep, so the 5 goes there. Now we need a 6. Drop the 6 into here. Here comes the 6. And now we need a 7. So where can we get a 7? 7 right here. Perfect. And let's put the 7 in right there. Okay, so now, assuming we did all of this correct, yep, this should be, so we got 8. So let's go down in the chain. So we got a 1, we got 2, we got 4, we got 8, we got 16, we got 32, 64, and this last one should be 128 once those 7s appear, but I'm confident that's fine. So now, we can take this big thing and copy it over one more time. Oh crap. What's this building? Fuck, do we need this number? Why is it in the way? No. Oh, that might be a bit annoying. But we got this upgrade as well while we're here, so let's unlock that. But yeah, I'll use these at a later point. I'll fix them up. Let me just cut this and shift it down to here. Whatever that might be. And I'll figure it out later, okay? We need the space right now. This is more important. Okay, so let's copy all of this now. This is what we need to do. So we copy from here. Copy all the pathways all the way down. Perfect. Let's leave a little bit of a gap, and there we are. Okay. So first things first, we're going to drop all the ones down by 2. This should line up if I did do it correctly. When we go down. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that did line up. That lined up really nicely. Yes. Okay, let's drop all these ones down and connect all of these up like that. Oh, whoops, that was the delete. Whoops. Okay, let's connect all of these up. Okay, this is, again, we're just testing if it's all the ones work. And now what we need is, okay, let's get another 2, which is right here. Perfect. And let's start connecting these 2s up. So this 2 needs to go down into here. And we need an 8 now. Where can we get an 8? We have a bunch of 8s over here, but is there anyone? Okay, let's put an extractor down into this 8. Bring that down, and it needs to go into here. Perfect. Okay, now we need the 2 to go. Let's connect all the 2s up first. 2s go into this one. Yeah. Okay, 2s go into there. Let's do the next bit. Okay, oh, this is the duplicated 2s. We don't want duplicated 2s, so let's delete this connection. And let's put all the 2s into this top slot. Now we need the next set of 2s. They can go down and around. Yep, okay, that's fine. Bring it down and into this top slot. There we are. Okay, so we've done the 2s for that bit. Now let's do the 2s over here. Okay, so again, 2s just go into this top slot. 2s go into this top slot. 2s go into this one. And then last but not least, 2's go into this one. So, okay, we have our 2's all done. And now we just need to do all the numbers upwards. So here we brought the 8 and we got 256 as we should. Now let's bring in the 9 to the next bit. Let's bring in, where's our 9? Oh, I'm losing it. Here it is. Here's our 9. Now let's bring in the 9 into here. Perfect. Now we need 10, but we don't actually have a number for 10. So we're going to have to like kind of make 10, which is a bit annoying, but what else can you do? So what we're going to just do is we're just going to do a bunch of 5 plus 5s just to get the 10s going. So like this is it's a bit sad there's no 10 extractor, but I do get why there isn't one. So let's get a bunch of adders going. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's just set up 4 properly, and then we'll just copy and paste so we can get a bunch of 10s and we never run out of them. Okay, there we are. 10, 10, 10. Okay, let's copy this. Paste it down here. Let's just make sure these 5s are constantly making 10s. Let's connect all of these up into a storage and then use the storage of 10s for the next section, which is the 9s are up there, the 10s go into here. Okay, now we need and we are building 512. This should be 1024. Now we need the 11s. Let's get the 11s going. Okay, with the 11s, we can put them into the next bit, which is right up here. So let's go up and drag them across. One more slot and drag it across. Okay, here we are. The 11s go here. We need a 12 extractor. The 12 can go here. Here's where the 12 needs to go. We need a 13. Oh, here's a 13. We're kind of just pulling these numbers from anywhere, but it works. Okay, where does the 13 need to go in? If the 12's going in there, 13 needs to go into here. Okay, let's look at the outputs. Yep. Okay, so this is 1024. This is 2048. This should be 4096 or 4096. And when this 13 comes, it should be 8,192. Yeah, 8,192. Now the 13's there. Okay, we need a 14. I cannot find a 14. I wish you could just highlight numbers. Like, okay, 14 here. Could just use that. But if I extend this, it's going to be awkward if I pulling in from the front. Like if I make it 32-bit. Let me know if you want to see me make it 32-bit, you know. Also, if you are watching and you do like what I'm doing, like, please leave a like and a comment and let me know any other things to make. I'm thinking about making doing this, but with base 10 instead of binary, you know, so it's just, we're doing 10 to the powers. And then but it's kind of similar setup. I think it'd be pretty cool. So we got the 14 going in there. Now we need a 15. Here, 15. There we are. Okay, let's drag this 15 down. There we are. Okay, so now we have built, all the numbers are being generated. Okay, so we got 16,384 as we should over there. Yep, 8,192, and this should be like 32,000 something. I've forgotten where it is now. But there we are. Okay, we've built all of these. Now we just need to put them into adders. And I think the best way of doing these adders is doing something like this, potentially. Like where I don't know, we'll see. Wait, let me try this out, see how this works. Okay, so we connect these straight on like this, and they just cut through. Okay, that's pretty nice. I like that. I like that. Let's see how this, yep. Okay, so the spacing, we keep it like that. I probably should have thought about doing this earlier because it's going to be a lot of just manual work now. Connecting all of these up. Here we are. Okay, so now this is where all the 2's and this is where I guess the first 2 bits can add up here. Right? This is where the first 2 bits can add up comfortably. And then I guess we just repeat that for every set of 2 bits. Okay, so here we are. And now we just want to connect this up to the end. Yo, low-key, I kind of like this little cross-hatching design that's going on here. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go here. And because we got a 16-bit binary number, but it's all ones, so that should essentially just give us 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 16 minus 1. So at the end, if we did do it all right, we should get 65,535 when we add up all these numbers together. But anyways, so here's the output, and yep, that's the first bit adding up properly. Okay, now we need to do something similar with the next set of bits, but how is this going to look? I guess we just have the same like methodology where we do this, we put the adder into here, and we just kind of repeat this like cross-sectional design, I guess. Okay, that's perfect. We can, to be fair, we don't even need to do the cross-sectional stuff. We can kind of just do this, but I kind of like the idea of this cross-sectional design. So we're gonna, design's my passion. Fashion is my passion. But let's just connect this up and let's drag this down, put these into here. And okay, so when these add up, that will just give us 12, which is pretty basic. Boom. Okay, so there we are. And I should do the output straight away next time first, but is what it is. Let's just continue. Let's get all this done. Okay, so now we kind of need to add these two up. I can think about doing that later, or I can do that now, and I'd rather do that now. So let's just, let's do this adding type of thing over here, where we do something like this. I hope it works out, but I don't know. We'll see. So connect these up, drag all of these down and put them into these addition slots. And to be fair, right here, I've done a 4-bit adding machine. And let's do the outputs. Yeah, this is a 4-bit adding machine done. Like, look, it's up to 15. Oh my god, this is so good. Okay, now we just need to continue this onto the rest of them. Okay, we need to repeat this kind of like setup. Okay, so let's drag this across here. Put the adder down up here. Here we are. So now we got the 32 bits done. Let's do, now we need to connect these 16s up. So bring that down into here, down to the end. This is coming all along. Okay, so now these are all done. Okay. And we need to do the next section. These 64s will just be going along. Okay, these 128s is what we need to do. Put the adder down, paste. Now let's connect all of these up. All the way across. That's done. Okay, so now what we have over here is we need to do the same little like setup up here. So let's just copy and paste this. Put that down here. Align it there. There we are. Now drop all of this down into here. That's perfect. We kind of need to do that same, like, I guess, waterfall down another, like, because, okay, so we have, so this will be an 8-bit calculator once we're done with this next little setup of adders that we're going to get. Okay. Let's put these in, and they was going to the B slot, so let's set up like that. Okay, set all these up, connect these up. Once these are connected, we can then bring down this 15 and finish off all these connections. You know what? This is probably not going to be the most efficient because again, so many calculations that go down, but it's whatever. So now this is an 8-bit calculator from what it should be. And if we did build it right, we should hopefully see 2 to the power of 8 minus 1, which is 255. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. So we have a working 8-bit calculator, which, you know what, I'm happy with. I say working. What's going on here? Why aren't these, like, outputting anything? Am I dumb? Oh, is something not working up here? Not even. Okay, these 32s are getting built and they're disappearing into... Okay, they're not disappearing. Why do these not have outputs? Oh, shit. Okay, let's delete this little section and let's see what's going on with these outputs. Okay, that's 240. Why is that not outputting anything? Oh, I am dumb. I'm so dumb. Oh, I wish... Okay, let's undo. Control Z. Okay, let's connect these all back up. Well, I didn't do this. Oh, I'm trolling. Okay, here we are. Let's connect all of this up, connect all of this up, connect all of this up. Okay, that was, you know, some fucking technical failures, but we're all good. Now I just need repeat exactly what I did up there, down here. So again, first things first, let's come down to here. Let's build the belt. Okay, let's put the adder down up here. Everything goes into the B slot. Yep. Down one here. Connect these up. Connect these up. Done. Now connect these up. Okay, these numbers are so, like, I love this machine. It's actually so cool. I don't know, maybe I'm just sounding like a huge nerd right now, but we're about to fucking complete it. Okay, that's all done there. Now on to the next bits. Do the same down to here. Adders, let's get the adders in. And we've done this a little bit. These will go into another addition, which connects the ones above, and connect all of these into the A slot. And we got 4 more of these to do. So let's bring these in, bring these in. Okay. Now let's do another size 2 gap here. Okay, and I think all we need to do is connect the top and the bottom, and then we're like pretty much done. And then we can actually test out this contraption if it works as good as it should. Yeah, okay, it's just, I think these that need to be connected. Let's do that, and then just drag it down now, and boom. So now, let's just drop the adder in like that, like this, like this, like this, this, and then connect it all up at the end. And with this connection, this should be our machine done. I guess we just need to make sure the output is kind of like, I mean, the input is all clean. But once these fully fall down, we should have 2 to the power of 16 minus 1, which is 60 something thousand. Wait, I'm forgetting it. Let me just quickly pull my calculator up. What's, okay, 2 to the power of 16 is 65,536, and we minus 1, we get 65,535. And we can build any number up to and including this number just by using a bunch of 1s and 0s. All we need to do is input the correct amount of 1s and 0s into the top and into the position they need to go into. So what I'm going to plan to do now is I'm just going to clear everything here. Now, the people who were, I guess, who skipped to this part of the video, our machine is done, and we're just going to test out a number. So let's see what number do we need for our challenges. We can, you know what, let's see what number's in the middle of the cube, the big blue number in the middle, and let's build that. Where the hell is the cube? Here it is. Okay, so we need to build 12,914. That in binary is equal to, okay, 12,914. It only needs 14 digits in binary. So our first 2 digits are 0, 0, because we have a 16-bit binary creation. So let's put the zeros into the place they should go. So I think we're going to set up like this, where above we have the zeros. So we need the 0 in the first 2 slots. We need a 1 in the 14th slot. So again, this in binary is 0, for 16 digit is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, another 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, another 1, then 0, 0, 1. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. 0. Okay, so this is a number in binary going through. Okay, so first things first, the zeros on the first binary bit get put into this contraption over here. They get 2 to the power 0, and then we get times, so that outputs a 1, and this gets multiplied by 0 because we have a 0 bit. So this outputs a 0. However, for the second bit, we're inputting a 1, so we need the second bit, it's a 1. So this is 2 to the power of 1, and then it gets multiplied by that 1. And now that's the first bit and the second bit get added together to give us a 2. So these 2s will now keep falling down. Now our third bit, we don't need our third bit, so 0 gets inputted, we just get a 0 being sent through. Our fourth bit, we also don't need our fourth bit, so this is just another 0 going through. Again, this is 2 to the power of 2, this is 2 to the power of 3, and they're just getting multiplied by 0 and getting added together. See, so we get output of 0, but then the third and fourth bit get added with the sum of the first and second bit. So that was the 2 from earlier. This gets added to the sum of 0, so we still got a 2 falling down. So our fifth bit, this is 2 to the power of 4. This is a 16 that gets built. And because we need our fifth bit, we send a 1 and the 16 ends up going through. Our sixth bit is 2 to the power of 5. We need it, it's set to a 1, so we get a 32 going through, and the 32 and 16 get added together to make the 48, which that will continue to go through. So now so that's our sixth bit. Now our seventh bit is 2 to the power of 6, which gives us 64. We need it, it has a 1 in it, so the 64 is going to go through. And then our seventh or our eighth bit is 2 to the power 7, which gives us 128. We do not need the 128. So we're just going to get 48 plus 0. And that's just going to fall through. And that 48 plus 0 is going to then just fall through into this contraption and go through here and then get added to the 2, I think. I'm a bit confused about what's going on here. We got 48. Oh, the 64 from earlier is going to get added to the 48 from earlier as well. And all of these are going to get added together. Then it's going to get added with the 2 to give us 114. And this is the first 8 bits. So to make that number 12,914, from the first 8 bits, we get 114. So now we continue on the 9th bit. We don't need any of the 9th bit. So this would usually give us what's the 9th bit? That's 2 to the power of 8. 2 to the power of 8 is, oh, I'm blanking. 2 to the power is 256. We don't need the 256, so it's not going in there. The next bit we do need, so 1's coming down, and this is 2 to the power of 9, which is 512. So 512 is going to go through, and it's going to get added to the 0 because we don't need it, right? Now, our 10th bit or our 9th bit, I'm actually getting so confused on what bit we're on. So this was our 10th bit, this is our 11th bit, sorry. Now our 11th bit, we don't need it, so we're being fed with 0. This would have given us 2 to the power of 10. Our 12th bit, we do need, I think. Oh no, we're still feeding a 0. We don't need our 12th bit. We do need our 13th bit though. And our 13th bit is getting fed with a 1. Now this 1's going to get added with our 14th bit, which we do need. So this 14th bit's going to go through whenever it does. Now we're on our 15th bit, which we do need as well, which this is going to go through. And the thing is, we're just waiting for a bunch of 1s to fall down, I guess. Like, that's what the struggle is, because towards the end, they're not getting fed. So right now, I might just create another pathway for the 1s to go. Like, add a set of 1s. Let's, like, clean up one of these. Let's make the 1s not go this far. Let's only make them go that far, I think. And let's put in a set of 1s down here that also go that far. That way, because right now, it's not making it, the 1s aren't making it all the way across because we're running out. So this should ensure that all the ones that we need go through. And let's also add another set of zeros somewhere here, because again, I also think the zeros are being held up. So if we add another set of zeros, again, this isn't going to be the most efficient way of doing any of these numbers by any means. Like, trust me, there are definitely ways we can be way more efficient. But this is a pretty cool binary calculator. And now at the end, oh, we got a 12,914. Perfect. Okay, so let's feed this into the big cube. And we can slowly be feeding it. And we've created a binary to decimal machine. Okay, so the way it works, at the top, you put your 16-digit binary number in. So if we just demolish this, this will be our 16-digit binary number, 0011000011100010. You guys can pull up a binary to decimal calculator yourselves, and just to make sure the math is right, these all get connected up, and then they just feed through, do the calculations that need to be done, and output the decimal number. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to make more of these type of machines where we like add an input and it gets a cool any output in a range where we can alternate it. Again, it's not the most efficient. There's lots of gaps in between. Granted, I did pause it, so is what it is. But yeah, I think it's really cool. And I'm just gonna let it run for now. Again, if you want to see me run any other numbers to test out, just so you know it works, let me know. And you know what, once I've unlocked the 32 extraction, I'm probably gonna make a 32-bit version of this. So, you know, be ready for that one. But otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. Let's just see where our numbers are. Wait, 12914. Perfect. Okay, bye.